what was it like to, to revisit this song that you wrote for Layne Staley?
Yeah, I wrote that song so long ago in the early 90s when I still am friends with Alice in Chains guys and all the Seattle explosion, all of my buddies in
Yeah.
Seattle. But um, it was a song that never really worked for the heart inside of the heart format. It just didn't live as a heart song. It just didn't really work for heart for some unknown reason. So later, when I was on hiatus from Heart for a couple of years, and I made my other band called Roadcase Royale. I I thought, well, let's put this on our. We were recording an album, and we put the dragon on that album. The album is called First Things First, and it was really a great song. I thought finally found a good home on that album, and then the guy that was helping us, the guy from the record company at the time said, when I was doing this new album, he said, "Would you please put the dragon on this album?" Because he loved the version that we did with Roadcase Royale. But I said, "I'm happy to do that song, on my solo album too." And I think it's just a song that finally found its place to live. It's finally, in a good home. That song found a good home.
Oh, but is it for you? Is it something that you saw coming with Layne Staley?
Yeah, it was a very interesting situation in the early 90s in Seattle because there were a lot of those guys around that time which were all battling with their own addictions and you know even Chris Cornell later, as it turned out, he had his own issues later on. But that was the time, and Layne Staley was one sweetheart of a person who you could really see his weakness for his addiction and how much it appeared from a distance that he was not going to survive it, and it took a long, long time, but it was really obvious that he was not going to, you know, win that contest. And so,
Uh,
so that's
is
why I
it,
wrote the song at the time when he was still around. I wrote it then.
did he get a chance to hear it, or was it too
No,
personal?
no, I guess it was too personal. I mean, I shared it
Yeah.
with Jerry Cantrell, who's a great friend of mine, and I said, I still want to finish the song. This song needs another part. And I played it for him, a couple of different times in a few different situations. And I think it was just, he just didn't want to be part of it because it was too painful for him.
Yeah.
Because Layne was his brother mainly. And yeah, so I just figured out how to finish it on my own and finally found its home.